all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
For about the Bossman Show, time for the JC Sports Report. Going down to Memphis, holler at my man JC Smith, bruh. What's good in 901, man?
Boss, man, everything's everything, man. You know, we in hibernation right now, man. You know.
Man, what you say? Hey, look here. This is the last weekend of Black History Month. March is right around the corner, so that's March Madness, man, and the Grizzlies has a key month of March, kind of maintain that 8th playoff spot, man. What are your thoughts on the Grizzlies? Probably holding off Portland and New Orleans, all these teams trying to chase them for that 8th playoff spot, man.
Hey, man, you know, the stakes are high right now. You know what I'm saying? Seems like at this point, you know, we knew the Grizzlies were going to be in for a tough stretch of games after the All-Star break, knowing that the Grizzlies had one of the toughest schedules, you know, remaining of any, you know, playoff contending team there. So we knew it was going to be a tough stretch, and a lot of the locals here were thinking, okay, you know, this 4-game road trip, if we can just get one game, you know, that we'd be okay with it, with just winning one game with this road trip. Right now, the Grizzlies are 0-3, and you got a nationally televised ESPN game down in Houston tonight, and it's a great chance the Grizzlies lose that game, and they're staring at an 0-4 road trip to come back home with. But they're saving grace the fact that New Orleans lost last night, Portland lost last night, so you still have a little cushion, between Memphis, New Orleans, Memphis, and Portland right now. But it's going to be tough, man. Like I said, the Grizz, have been one of the more healthier teams, this season. Now you're dealing with any serious injuries. Now you got second year pro Jaren Jackson. You got him out with a knee strain. Brandon Clark is going to be out for a number of games also with his ailment. So, it's going to be tough going forward, man. I'm not sure if the Grizz going to be able to hold on and secure that 8th playoff spot. But all in all, if they don't make the playoffs, it's still been a great season, man. You saw what you have in John Morant. You see what you got in Jaren Jackson. You got a nice little nucleus to work with. Dylan Brooks, Brandon Clark. You got Justice Winslow to add next year. So the future is bright, man. But these last 20-some games coming up, it's going to take a miracle, man, for the Grizz to hold on and hold on to the 8th spot.
Well, they got some help coming because they play the Hawks on March 2nd in Atlanta and March 7th in Memphis, and I'll be there for that. So it could be 2 wins for you guys next week.
Hey, man, and knowing the Grizz, look, hey, Trae Young go out for 50 in both games, man, and the Hawks win, man.
Well, I'm hoping that doesn't happen for draft pick purposes. Hey, I cheer for losses every night, not wins. So, because when we win, we still lose. Okay.
No doubt.
Ping pong balls.
No doubt.
Now, I was debating this with some guys, man, in the arena about this. The Clippers, it don't matter what seed they are, bro. It don't really matter. They get a 2 seed. It don't matter if it's the Lakers court or the Clippers court. It's just, if it was the Clippers court, it'd still be more Laker fans than Clipper fans. It don't matter. That's why I said Clippers, you get the 2 seed, being from Denver. The 1 seed does not really matter in the Western Conference because both teams are in LA. And we know that whether it's a Clipper court or the Lakers court down, there'll be more Laker fans at Staples Center than Clipper fans.
It's a funny thing about the Clippers. We saw what they did to the Grizz the other night, and they looked like, world beaters, man. But are we sure? We know they loaded up as far as the roster from 1 to 12. Like they're stacked, they're loaded, with the firepower they have. But is it me, boss, or does Paul George? He doesn't look right, does he?
He does not look right. He looks
like
still.
something. Like it still hasn't clicked yet with Paul George on this team, man. And that's something to look at, come playoff time when they do, meet up with the Lakers, man. Like if Paul George is still not, the PG that we know, what I'm saying, like then what does that mean for the Clippers? Like if Paul George is not clicking on all cylinders, can they still beat the Lakers? I think that's a very good question to raise at this point. Paul George, man, we've heard of some friction, some things going on in the locker room. Doc Rivers is a great coach, and I'm sure he's, going to try his best to figure out how to make it work for everybody involved. But, I still like the Clippers to beat LA, but, man, I think if Paul George is not clicking, man, who else can you count on that for sure is going to, be able to step it up in crunch time in the playoffs, other than Kawhi Leonard on that team? You got Kawhi, you got Sweet Lou, but is there anybody else that you can say for sure, hey, they're going to, bring it. They're going to have their A game ready for playoffs. And, if it's not Paul George you throw in that mix, I don't know who's the other guy you can point at that you can just guarantee is going to get you buckets.
It's just Kawhi and Lou Will, and Paul George needs to be at third wheel. He needs to be 2. He needs to be 2, and Lou Will's needs to be 3. And then you have a mixture of Marcus Morris, and you go throw in Montrezl Harrell and those guys, Pat Bev and Reggie Jackson. Those others. There's no Shaq talking about the others have to produce in the playoffs. The others must produce for the Clippers.
No doubt. It's something to keep an eye on because Paul George, he's hovering around 20 points a game. He's shooting in the low 40s as far as the field goal percentage. So, that's, low numbers to him that he probably hasn't seen those type of numbers since his rookie year. So, something to keep an eye on, man. I know he's coming off, injury, at the beginning of the season, but he still doesn't look right to me, man, in a Clippers uniform.
And the Milwaukee's 50 wins right now, and they're 8 games ahead of Toronto, who are 42-16 at the moment. And JC, so I'm looking at this. Milwaukee has had to be as good as Toronto is somehow maintaining without Kawhi who they lost, and injuries to Ibaka and Gasol, and they maintaining. So the job Nick Nurse is doing up there in Toronto has been one of a kind. So think about this. They are 50-8 right now, but they had to be because Toronto's been so good right behind them.
No doubt. Like you said, kudos to Nick Nurse. Everybody thought that the wheels were going to fall off Toronto with Kawhi leaving and everything, but he's been able to keep that thing afloat. Pascal Siakam was an all-star this year, man. Kyle Lowry's an all-star. Like, they just got guys that just know how to win, know how to play, man. So Toronto is still, in the mix in the Eastern Conference. Milwaukee, quiet as it's kept. Milwaukee is on pace to win over 70 games. You know what I'm saying? The way they're going right now. They might finish in 70, 71 games. Like, that's crazy when you think about it. And of course, them being in Milwaukee, they don't get the, press that they should. But Milwaukee is like, you can make an argument for them being literally the best team in the league right now, this year, man. And they still don't get no love or anything, man. It's really going to take them doing something in the playoffs for them to get that love and to come out of the East. Giannis may be on his way to a back-to-back MVP season with the numbers that he's putting up. But it's not all about Giannis. They got other guys also that can, give you that work. At a moment's notice, man. You're talking about Chris Middleton, another all-star buck there, man. The guy that can knock it down from the perimeter, man. And the Brooks brothers, this is guys. I'm sorry, not Brooks, the Lopez brothers. Brook Lopez, Robin. These guys that just know how to play, man. Great veterans out there just doing their thing. And like I said, Milwaukee and Toronto, it's going to be a battle back and forth. I can't wait to see them match up. Hopefully in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm out on Philly. Boss, I was a big Philly guy to begin the season, but they looked very dysfunctional, very divided. So I'm not feeling Philly right now. But I think it's a 2-horse race in the East, man. Definitely Milwaukee and Toronto. That's going to battle it out to advance to the finals there.
And they bringing my boy off the bench now, Al Horford. So
right, that's your guy. Yeah,
they paid him all that money, 4 years, $109 million to come off the bench.
No doubt.
You kidding me? So
yeah, him and Mike Conley. Mike. It was reported today that the Jazz are going to bring Mike Conley off the bench going forward, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, $35 million a year off the bench. Yeah,
man, Jesus, it's good to have all that money. It's good to have all that money. Well, somebody was trying to make some money. Jalen Hurts of the Alabama Crimson Tide, now the Oklahoma Sooners. It was a report today that nobody's asked him to work out as a wide receiver. Why is it that always is a black quarterback who's mobile? There's always narrative that want to make them a wide receiver, like Cordell Stewart or Hines Ward, or Antoine Randall L., Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick at a time, Marcus Vick at a time. Like, why is it when it's an athletic black quarterback? The first thought is make them a wide receiver or a running back. Please explain, brother.
Exactly, bro. We got to stop this. The NFL has to stop this. The media has to stop this. We saw, like I said, Lamar Jackson go through the same thing, and he has put up, he just put up one of the greatest seasons ever, by an NFL quarterback, man. Just because your skin is of, a certain hue, or, because you have these, athletic traits that are just through the roof, doesn't make you a unicorn. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're special. Lamar Jackson's special. Jalen Hurts is special. Tua is special. Okay, so are we going to make Tua, a receiver, a running back, because he's fast and he has quick twitch and, you know what I'm saying? It seems like it's always coded towards us, in regards to making a guy that's obviously a quarterback. You saw him do it at Alabama. You saw him do it at a higher level at Oklahoma, and a guy that was in the running for the Heisman Trophy all year long, man. Under the right scheme, under the right playbook, Jalen Hurts can be a successful NFL quarterback. You see where the NFL is trending. They're trending towards the mobile quarterback, the spread quarterback, it's trending towards that type of league now. Where college game plans, college playbooks are NFL are becoming very trendy in the NFL now. So and look at Arizona, with Kyler Murray. So it's just something that's happening. So you mean to tell me the way the NFL is going, you still talking about making this guy or asking him to try out a different position? Nonsense, man. And if I'm Jalen Hurts, you stick to your guns the same way Lamar Jackson did, and you say, look, I'm not going to be a running back. I'm not going to be a receiver. I'm a quarterback, and there will be some team that's going to draft him 4th, 5th, 6th round, and I bet you anything he's going to be put into a situation that's going to be friendly to him, and he's going to be able to show what he can do at the next level.
Yeah, so I really hope that, he sticks to his guns and don't let them label him as what they want to label him as. So, Jalen, good job, brother. Good job. With JC, the sports report has flew by as always, my brother. We'll do it again next week, man. And next week I'll be in Memphis with you. Hawks, Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum, then downtown. It was on Beale Street, and live it up with you guys as we used to back in the early days of the Bossman show. We come down there and make it happen.
We're gonna shut it down. We're gonna shut down Beale Street, man. We're gonna hit up all the bars, eat all the good food, man. The FedEx Forum is not ready for us, man.
It's not. I look forward to it, bro. Hold it down. We'll see you next week, brother.
All right, boss.
Anytime. It's my man, the Bossman show. JC Smith. Follow him on Twitter. JC Smith 926. We out.
Zaytoven.
Hip hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.